Whoa. We about went for round 2 on the intro.
If we need some filler, just hit that.
Yeah. Let's play that again.
Halfway through the show, why don't you hit that intro one more time?
Yeah, let's just hit it. I'm going to keep it queued up just in case.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I've been up for 15 and a half hours. I'm kind of beat already.
Hey, that's better than what I did helping Narch. I was helping him on his show, and I figured out that if you type in the private message thing outside of the private message box, what you do is you kick everybody off except the host.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That was a fun time.
Rookie move.
Nothing like a live show to learn that move.
Speaking of live show, we're live. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, we're going to be, though.
We're alive.
I'm learning.
We're alive. What about next week? We're going to go live next week?
I'm down. Let's do it.
I know John is.
We're not prepped
I'm
for
up
this
to whatever.
week.
How often do we really full on prep though? We do kind of good.
Sometimes we kind of prep.
Yeah. Lately it's been a mess though. There's been a lot of stuff going on lately. There's lots of activities.
Let's talk a little bit about that to kick the show off. I think everybody in this group, we missed last week's show because there just wasn't a time when we could all correspond. It was just one of those things where everybody had something going on every night. And I barely got to help Narcs with the live show. That was the part of the thing is I had to be able to drop off whenever I could because my wife has been out of town for work and it's just me and the 3 kids. So I am on the edge of my sanity.
It's good for you.
No, it's not. It's not good for me at all.
Yeah.
I'd rather be stressed out painting sharks or something.
I wasn't stressed doing that. I actually had fun doing it. Go up there at 5 o'clock in the morning. All you hear is the zippers on backpacks and bicycles running around town at that time in the morning.
All that stolen copper just running around.
Yeah, they just stared at me and through the garage doors. They're riding by real fast. Love it. Today was the first time I've ever felt, and I'm not going to say I felt unsafe because I never felt threatened, but I'm like, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen this morning. There's a lot of bicycles out at 5 a.m. You know what I mean? And they're grown men. They weren't children's.
Are these guys headed to work?
Oh yeah,
An early prayer group or what?
They had
Yeah.
backpacks full of something heading somewhere. I don't know, but
Man,
no, but I had fun.
That early in the morning, they're not going to work. They just wrapped up.
Yeah, they just wrapped up.
So
I would like to say, we're just kidding. We don't know what they're doing, but I do know one of those people, and I know what they were doing. So, no names.
So I'm gonna go ahead and share what you've been doing today on the Gearhead page.
Okay, it's on Pickard's Performance Coatings.
It is on Pickard's Performance Coatings, so go over and give him a follow on Facebook, even though everybody already has.
Yeah, I'm pretty fortunate. It's doing good.
But so you've been what are you painting? We say painting a shark. What are you painting?
It's a monster truck body. It's a shark body. You probably know the history more on that deal than I do. It's called it's called Shark Attack now is the name of the body.
Well, I might know more history on it, but it's not something we need to cover on this show anyway. So
yeah.
Luckily, I am sharing it to the page as we speak. So that's covered. So, John, what have you been doing?
nothing.
John has had work stuff going on.
I've just been working. Been staying busy with that. too hot to do much else.
Amen.
Be a whiner.
Hence why I woke up so early this morning, because I had to get that stuff done. And turns out, even with the slowest reducer you can buy, it doesn't like to spray when it's 105 in the paint booth. So
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
But it lays down real nice when it's 76 to 80 in the paint booth. Lays down real nice.
I think it's about 105 in my garage right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have wised up and did what Bo did.
Yeah, I'm indoors.
Yeah. Yeah. So, John, you're not doing any prep on the car. You got, 66 coming up?
I don't like have any prep to do.
Excellent. Just throw it out there and have fun?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just go have a good time.
Well, speaking of events that are coming up, we got some news on an event during the week that we didn't do anything. We're going to be back to do the circuit again.
Yeah.
This time it'll be Tulsa to Mocan, back to Tulsa.
That'll be good. Because I feel like a guy could probably just stay at home every night at this event.
Yeah. Yeah, you get there is a pre-party on the 3rd.
That's fine. We'll do that.
You can still drive home. I mean, it's an hour away.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, it's like an hour and 45 in my car.
Oh. Yeah, if you
know.
take your car to the pre-party.
Yeah. Oh, which I won't.
Oh, yeah. So
Really?
the pre-party will be in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Man, with as hot as it's been lately, and it's how good the AC is in my truck, I've really been thinking about just putting a Whipple on the old truck and hot rodding that deal.
The drag and drive Ram.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do it. You need AC, mainly because you got this big fat co-driver that usually hangs out with you.
You got to drive that Fairlane.
True.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Fairlane's about to get a facelift.
The Fairlane is about to get a facelift. And I am beyond stoked about this.
Yeah, we need to hurry up and get it done.
I gotta get some materials together, and Bo has.
I say that, but I need like another week and a half before I can do anything.
The crazy thing is, like, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. So, Bo is pumped. Bo wants to help me with this car. We are ready to do this. Like, we're jacked. Let's make this car look pretty again. After this, after painting some monster truck bodies, and after clearing the roof on the wagon, and not after that.
No, the wagon can wait. It's fine.
But I'm getting some supplies together for that. I did miss literally both of the events that I was going to attend in the last 2 weeks. So that sucks.
Why? Why'd you miss them?
Well, I missed Commerce Cruise Night because Steph was out of town. My wife, she was out of town, and by the time I got the kids together Friday night, it wasn't going to happen. I have too many kids, and the car show that was in our hometown, we discussed it on the last show. We had come to the agreement that it was virtual judging. Well, it became a virtual car show, and then enough people lodged complaints, and it became a in-person car show, and they took over part of that section of town so that they could do the car show. So I'm going to throw it down right now. I'm going to make sure that I go ahead and lock this idea in. Anybody comes up with this idea, you owe me royalties. That's the end of that. We're going to do a virtual drag and drive. Just be ready for it. It's coming in the winter. Everything virtual. You just got to take a picture of your time slip, take a picture of you driving down the road. Just virtual.
Just draggy times.
You know what? I bet we could get a sponsor if we just went off draggy times.
Yeah. There's some big draggy controversy stuff.
Is there really?
Not a normal thing, but so there's been several street races where weather or bad roads have rolled in or whatever, and it's down to 2 people, so they can't get the last race off. So there's been at least one time where a guy's been like, "Show me your best taggy or draggy time of the night," and the winner with the best draggy time wins the pot. That's it got kind of turned into a joke, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're already doing virtual drag racing. I've missed a boat.
No, like I said, this was in person. There was an event, a street race. Weather rolled in. They couldn't get off the last race. So
Yeah.
there was a suggestion to use your fastest draggy time of that night.
There are some guys that use the draggy on Mexico races because they try to do like a 650 cash days.
Yeah.
And you got to produce draggy slips that show that you weren't breaking out. But I think that's like if somebody calls you out. But I don't know.
I haven't even told you guys this. So I was invited to go to Mexico, right?
Yeah.
And this guy lays down a number and goes, "Here's the number. If you can run this on the street," which is a relatively slow number, right? Which fit my car actually runs a little bit better than the number he said, but I figured it'd be good. Turns out this guy that invited me or talked to me about it in his car that was going to Mexico that night, his car's like 3 seconds faster than mine in the quarter. Like hustlers everywhere.
Yeah.
Tiny town America.
Yeah.
And it was like, you go to Mexico and you spend $40.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's pretty crappy to find out about a week later. Just handing him my $40. There you go.
Yeah. There's no $40.
Yeah.
Take a check.
Yeah.
I watched the 650 cash days video they had from today up in Mexico adjacent St. Louis, but like half those cars have parachutes. Like,
So they're not breaking a sweat to run a 650.
no.
Yeah.
Is there any like good drag racers out there that are just sticking to what they say? Damn it.
No.
It's part of it.
No, because I'm even guilty of it. Because the time that they later, we're having a such and such index race, and I was like, yeah, I might be able to run that. I know I can. Like that's not an issue.
Yeah.
I literally said I have to go put some different tires on, not these little tiny street tires. I'm like, yeah, whatever tires, just small tire deal, whatever's allowed. I'm like, all right, cool. Even I lied right to that guy's face. I might be able to run that on the street, which I've said this before. I'm pretty sure the wagon will 60 foot the same on the street as it does at the track. It doesn't make much power, and the car works really well for what it is. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to do the same wherever I'm at, which is good and bad.
Look at that. Conversation died.
Fun.
Yeah.
Another event that Fro's 100% locked in on going to starts
Havlicks.
Friday. Havlicks in Earlville, Iowa.
I actually Googled how far it is from my house. It's only about 8 hours. Like I could totally do that.
Big Block Bob posted today. He's in it. I'm guessing he was on like a wait list or something because he was waiting on I don't know, by reading the post, looked like he was waiting on a confirmation of some sort, but he's in that deal looking for a low 9-second pass out of the mint green Nova.
Nice.
I did see something about that.
No, I did. I talked to Narks a little bit about that this week. He was wanting to go, but he had some family stuff get in the way, which is fine. You do the family thing before you worry about this stuff. But he was wanting to go to Havlicks. I think Eric from Drag Drive Repeat is going to be at Havlicks.
It's in his neck of the woods. It would make sense for him to be there.
It would.
It's just a couple hours west of where he lives. It's about 5.5 hours straight north of me.
Man, I want to go so bad. Like it's going to be every car I would recognize from Hot Rod Magazine in 1993. Which is funny because my 1993 Hot Rods are over at Bo's house.
Yeah, probably right there. Got this huge bookshelf in front of me. It's right there, I think.
Another sacrifice I made, get rid of some magazines so we can have room in the house.
Man.
You can come check them out whenever you want.
I know. That's why I gave them to you. They're not so much gone as they're just misplaced right now.
Yeah.
Some guys got to get rid of their Playboys when they get married. She just recognized that Fro had an unreasonable amount of Hot Rod magazines.
Fro showed up with 23 years of Hot Rod.
She's like, are there no Playboys in here?
Funny story.
Maybe at least a jug or something.
I sent all my Hot Rod magazines over to Bo, and the rest of the magazines I had, I just kind of shoved into a box. So I've got mini trucking magazines and tailgate, 4-wheel drive magazines, so some import magazines, street rodders. Like I still have a ton of magazines in the house, but took all my hot rods over to Bo and then left some magazines sitting on a bookshelf so that I could still grab a magazine every now and then if I wanted to. And going through the magazines while I was cleaning up the house during the week, I actually moved that bookshelf. And if you try to move a bookshelf full of magazines, it's not going to happen. It's you got to take all the magazines off of there, and that shelf weighed like a ton. But as I was cleaning off the shelf, I found an old Playboy. And I was like, wow, that's been in the living room this whole time. That's awesome.
Weird.
Yeah.
Especially when you had tailgate, because we all know that was pretty close to Playboy.
And it was like Easy Riders of the mini trucking world.
There we go. Same thing.
I still have an issue 1 of Easy Rider.
I remember that. You do.
It's like June of 1971 or something.
Is that the oldest magazine you have?
I believe so.
Man.
Also the highest volume of magazines that I have. I got rid of everything but the stack of Easy Riders.
I mean, I'd be willing to bet a lot of money that there's some boobs in that episode or that first magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did stuff different in the 70s. That's all I know.
What's the oldest magazine you have, Bo?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't start buying magazines till, I don't know, 94, 95. And I'm sure they were all Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords.
I believe I have a 73 Hot Rod in the house.
And I don't buy magazines anymore unless I get a thing in the mail from Hot Rod saying, here's a 2-year deal, because have you priced magazines lately?
Yes.
You could either eat lunch or get a magazine, like $12 a magazine or something crazy.
It's true. You guys been following King of the Open Road at all?
Dude,
Not
I've been
really.
so busy. I haven't had time to do anything.
I seen a post of people sitting in a chair, like a king chair, and looked like Josh Odom was the only one I recognized from afar.
I have seen Stone
Yes,
Cipher
indeed.
post a couple pictures.
Guessing he did up an index class. He's pretty salty at that deal.
I have actually been talking to Stone Cipher while he's been out on this one, and he's had a couple interesting ideas that go along with this. So they use a like a rugged radio setup in the car, and he wanted to know if there were any suggestions on a way to record the headset conversations. He believes tonight is pure gold.
I bet.
I don't doubt it.
And then we sent back and forth movie lines for it looks like almost an hour.
You know, I think it would be cool to record all of our conversations, but some of our conversations would land us in padded rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just be honest about it.
Or
Sometimes-
one with bars.
Or bars. But I'm more worried about the padded room one.
He said they built 5 cars in their heads since they left.
Man, so you brought that up to me the other day. They built 5 cars. Just okay. I'm guilty of doing the same thing and to every car that I look at. Like I would do this, and you can. It's a basic thing for every different car, right? Not very original.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what we were talking about. And I was texting him back and forth, and he's like, he mentioned something about a drag and drive car. And I was like, man, if I built a drag and drive car, it would be like a 91 Ford Ranger with all of the silly 1992 ground effects and the plastic hood scoops. And then underneath, just full race car and just be done with it.
I'm trying to talk to our buddy Jeremy and getting his Ranger out to do some drag and drive stuff.
It's a nice truck.
That's a bad mother. Shut your mouth is what it is.
It does hold the record so far of largest hood scoop I've seen on a street car.
He needs it.
He does need it.
No, he does not. He could run a flat hood. I think he's fine.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And that's a small block Ford, man, with a turbo.
Yep.
And it is. I mean, that's an 8-second truck. It's bad news. I mean, I think it's 8 second. I don't know.
You gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly. Things ain't true. Allegedly, a lot of tracks get really mad at him whenever he makes a full rip. So, because the cage he does have, I think, is only good to a certain time, and then it's,
Doesn't he
And then
just have like a hoop? Isn't he just like good to 10-0?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Allegedly, it's just a 10-0 truck as the cage rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, that truck's bad news, but he's in a weird class because he doesn't have stock rear suspension.
Yeah.
So he can't do a lot of the classes that he should be in. But then again, he'd be puppy kicking in those classes, but the classes they put him in, it's hard for him to compete in those classes. So
Yeah.
it's a weird deal.
I can relate, not about the puppy kicking part, but about having to be in a because
Yeah.
I don't have stock suspension, but it's not like because I didn't want it. It's just because there was so much of the car rusted and gone that didn't make sense to try to fab in stock frame rails and spring pockets and crap.
Yeah.
Puppy kicking has got to be the most angry term I've ever heard in my life. Like, who kicks puppies?
I mean, we could say baby punching.
Ooh, that's way worse.
Yeah. Ain't like we're out baby punching.
Definitely don't want to be a baby puncher. That's weird.
No.
Well, that went astray. You guys been watching the Olympics?
Yeah. I told you that Katie Ledecky's making girls look silly.
Right.
That Fink, it's like Fink with an E on the end of it. So Finky, I don't know.
Right.
He just won another medal like it was nothing. He's like sitting at the end of the pool, hanging out while everybody else is trying to finish their 1,500 meters.
He's just splashing his feet around.
Yeah. He'd already did an interview before number 2 came in.
I really, really thought that was just going to be the conversation killer. And you guys just – did you see the Turkish shooter?
Yeah.
Ish.
He's baller. The dude from Turkey with he's like out there in his T-shirt and Dickie shorts and
no ear protection, his regular specs. He just
walks up and dots some I's and goes out
one-handed.
Yeah, his that must be like the form. That must be like their posture because his partner, I think that younger female, but she had on looked like she had on high-powered glasses and hearing protection.
Yeah, they'll have glasses with like something that blocks off their other eye.
Yeah,
this guy had both eyes open while he was, it was completely different.
I can barely see as it is. We're putting all that crap on my eyes. I'm gonna get confused.
Hey, here's a question about the Olympics. What do you guys think about I'm going to say it. I don't care because I think it's ridiculous. About these female boxers getting beat up by dudes.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Is it a real dude? This is a slippery slope, and people have had to retract comments on this deal because it's not a girl. It's not a girl that used to be a dude. It's and this is
it's an
super
XY chromosome
for your news and legit information. No. But from what I have read, it was a girl born as a girl, but is super mannish because she has boy chromosomes.
So there's more than one though.
Yeah.
One of them is XY, is a male in competing as a female.
Yeah.
That's what I don't agree with. The other deal, it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in born as. Whatever you use born as, that's what you need to compete as. If you want to go changing what you are, you need to just it's kind of like having a job where they drug test. You can do drugs all you want. You just can't get a job while doing that. So it's a choice. If you want to switch from being a boy to being a girl, that's fine. Go ahead. Nobody really cares unless you try to compete in a sport where you're competing against somebody who was born that way.
Especially a combat sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
Where are they going to draw the line with this junk? Anyway, I don't want to get into that any further because that's not what we're here for. But
no.
And I did bring it up. Sorry. So
my wife's been home for 24 hours, so I haven't said anything right for almost a day. So I'm out on this one.
Add that to the list.
Yeah. Add that to the list. I'm going to go ahead and
shut up. I think what is it? The US-China games, we could call it.
Yeah.
Look like when we go looking at medal rankings. You know what I found interesting? I wish I had pulled this up. The medal payouts. Fro, can you pull up the medal payouts?
You know what? If you guys are going to keep talking, then yes, I can pull it up. If you can carry this show until I come back.
So I was looking at, they had this this girl, I don't know where she was from, won a gold medal, and it's like she got a $700 and some thousand bonus for winning a gold medal. And I was like, man, that Ledecky chick, she's got enough medals. She got like a wheelbarrow full of them. She pushes around. They ain't even on her neck anymore. So man, she ought to be raking it in. And I went looking, and the United States is like bottom bottom tier. Like we give you some Starbucks gift cards.
What?
And like
Isn't it something? I mean, it's something. It's in like 36,000 a gold medal or something like that.
I don't know. Fro's probably pulling it up
Okay.
right now.
But here's the deal. Here's what I do know. Our athletes who do win medals, if they do get any kind of payment, they have to pay taxes on that also.
Oh, absolutely.
They're there competing for our country, and they still have
Yeah.
to pay taxes on money that they, you know what I mean? It's just crazy.
What do they win, Fro?
All right, let's run down. I'm just going to give you the high points.
Give us the top three.
How about if I play it a little different than that? I will give you the top three, but first, I'm going to work my way up just a little bit. The bottom of the barrel,
Yeah,
is Australia.
Yeah. Australia and United States are really close to the bottom.
Australia pays $13,000 for a gold medal, $10,000 for a silver, $7,000 for bronze. That'll still build you a decent little hot rod.
So when they get back to Australia, are they like Australia famous and like have big endorsements from like Vegemite and Foster's or is it like
they go right back to kangaroo hunting and koala tendon? That's what they go right back to.
Koala tendon?
Yes.
That's a job? Koala tendon?
I don't know.
I mean, sounds delicious.
Kangaroo boxer is a real thing, but I didn't know about the koala tender.
Let's see. Let's run up from there. Slight jump to the United States, which we are still 4 from the bottom.
Yeah.
Slight jump for the United States at $38,000 for a gold, $23,000 for a silver, $15,000 for a bronze. That'll get you in a Dragon Drive car.
Greatest nation.
So let's go top 3. Just going to do gold medals.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
$300,000.
Okay.
Singapore. $745,000.
Yeah.
And Hong Kong, $768,000. That's a Rad Rides by Troy car right there.
Is it?
Yes,
I bet that's exactly what they're buying as soon as they
get back to Hong Kong.
So hold on. Here's the difference. Fro says Rad Rods by Troy. I'm thinking like Cameron Johnson race cars. This is where I'm going. I'm gonna go with Pro Line. I'm gonna go with Pro Line and Pro Charger and Cameron Johnson. That's where I'm going.
But I guess when you look at it, let me see. Show more. Who was the top?
The top was Hong Kong, $768,000.
Let me see. Hong Kong. They've got 2 golds and 2 bronzes.
Okay, so check Indonesia because that's a second.
Indonesia.
Bronze pays $192,000.
Indonesia. Well,
Steve Griggs, I hope you're watching right now because we did it. We went full
Indonesia. 0, 0, 1.
That's why those countries are paying so much. Like, someone please win us a freaking medal.
And then we go up.
Oh, hold on. Can I jump in here for just 1 second?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So Indonesia pays $300,000 for a gold, of which they have 0.
Yeah.
You cut that in half for a silver at $150,000.
Yeah.
You cut that in half to $60,000 for a bronze. So they're paying out $60,000 right now.
What do they pay for being good at math?
Do you get to come over here?
You're about 15. You're about 15 light. But anyway.
Yeah. So if we look at the total medal count, though, 71 medals for the United States.
Cost them $17,000.
China, yeah.
After the athletes pay their taxes on that stuff, they
Like, I'm gonna give you 30. You give me 20 back. There's your bonus. 71, we dropped to China at 45 medals. And then France, 44, Australia, 31. 19, we're tied with China with 19 golds. Just making all these other countries look silly. No wonder they've got these big old bonuses.
Hold on. China's
just-
not even on this list.
Well,
they like to keep
if you
secret.
medal on the China Olympics, they allow you back into the country.
The whole point of that.
You're going to work at Temu.
I need a new Speedo, so we're good.
You do?
I want a new one.
Oh,
I
why?
don't necessarily need one. Mine works awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
John, you've been
Speedo meter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speedo.
Yeah, not attire.
Speedo bikinis.
Yeah, I thought you were needing some new draws.
I get one every year in my Christmas stocking, so whatever, I'm good.
Really?
No, not really.
So who's going to be the one that starts up an automotive version of the Olympics?
Let's do it right
I
now.
want to start up an automotive version of the Olympics.
Or as I like to call it, $50 all-you-can-carry day at the U Pull It.
That's a good one.
I'm not good at very many things, but y'all want me there with you on that day. I can move some heavy stuff. I'm pretty good at that.
You're only better at that because you don't have to get things very high off the ground.
It don't matter.
He's still gotta pick him up.
Yep.
His
Facts.
knees still gotta hold the same amount of weight.
That's right.
So what do you think would be the automotive version of the Olympics? I was thinking the shot put, but instead of the actual shot put, you have an alternator you got to throw.
Oh. I was just gonna hand somebody a distributor and tell them to throw it in that small block.
So that's
You want
that's
a
where
race?
that's where we need to go. So the first event would be timing a small block Chevy or Ford.
Your flavor. Pick your flavor.
Pick your poison. I'm down.
Or Dodge.
I think it should be all the same across the board, though. It don't matter.
Yeah.
So do you think one would have an inherent advantage over the other? The Ford is at the front of the block. I mean, are we doing this in the car or are we doing this on a
Which Ford motor are you
Run
talking about? Is the Ford motor when you got to pull the spout at and set timing and put it back in?
I'd be
Vacuum
willing
advance?
I'd be willing to bet if we had 3 small block Chevys on a run stand and you didn't know where it was at, and we each had a distributor in our hand.
I was
that
going to say,
could-
you
I
start
could
with the
win that
distributor in
deal.
your hand.
Yeah. I'm winning. I put money on it.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
He's lying. He's lying. You know why? Because I'm going to go in there with a flathead screwdriver and adjust the oil pump drive, and he is never going to get that to mesh.
Now that's step 1.
So what's the next event? What, running valves?
No, I'd say the blind bolt start.
Ooh.
You just hand somebody a nut, and they got to put it on the backside of this bolt, and it's like up under the car and on the other side of a panel. You got a 2-finger wiggle that deal.
I'm in on that.
Somebody just got turned on watching that.
You are not wrong. Honey, look away. Let's see here. We talked about this for a little bit, and I'm trying to remember some of the.
You just get transmission fluid on your hands,
Yeah, I
and
was
then
going to
they
say,
start handing you stuff, and we see how many items we can hand you before you start dropping things.
Who can hold the most tools with greasy rubber gloves on?
Yeah.
What about a clutch swap?
Man, I hate those.
Yeah.
So
See, but
it's a good reason to drive an automatic.
see, the clutch swap has a whole different dynamic though, because you have to drop the transmission to do this. So you're combining two events there. This is almost like a decathlon here. You're trying to take out bolts that are in a blind spot. You're dropping the transmission down either with a jack or you Tony Angelo that thing out of there and bench press it. Then you got to pull everything off so you can get the clutch out of there. Then put everything back together, start the car, and drive it 10 feet.
He's like making rules.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, there has to be rules for something like this.
Without rules, there's chaos.
You do plugs and wires that make your wires, not just.
Oh yeah.
That'd be good.
Here's some pliers. Here's a roll of plug wire.
Some boots.
Here's some ends. Don't even give them lube. They got to spit on them.
Dude, I gotta use the dielectric grease. I love that stuff.
To get the boots on and off of the plug wires. Man,
Yeah.
that's hard.
Oh, just a little dab of that's what it's called, dielectric, right? Dielectric.
Yes.
Pops right on, man. Love it.
We could always do the checking it for fire and see how long you can hold on to that plug wire while that car's running.
Hey, put two coil wires on the coil. Hold on to that distributor. Hey, that'll get you, man.
That'll get you.
That's no joke.
Let
Let me rephrase. There was already a end on the distributor with another wire on top of that. We've talked about this. Anyway, it shocks you. No,
We talked about a gymnastics competition where you
under
got
dash.
where you got to hook up some wires on the backside of your dash.
Ah,
That is no fun.
hey,
once
that's
you have
why.
4 bars.
That's in my car. That's why the whole front of my dash is cut out, so you can just reach in there.
Yeah.
For the most part.
seeing the event that would kill us is a simple tire change, but you can't use an electric tool to do it.
That would kill me.
That would kill me.
I've been
Tire
spoiled.
change?
Yeah.
It
What do
wouldn't
you
kill
use
me.
for tire change. I use a ratchet.
See, John's gonna beat us both.
No, I break him loose with a ratchet, then I grab my impact,
Oh.
buzz him off.
Differential
scared.
change. Differential change in a 9-inch.
John's done that more than us.
Yes.
Setting timing. Somebody put that.
Yeah,
I'm looking back through notes at this point.
I'm pretty
Somebody
good at set.
Somebody
Pretty
put
good at
parking
setting.
lot beering. I feel like we've had that competition.
Hey, we've been training for this for years.
See, that may be the great equalizer in some of these events is there are beers available. So when you do that differential change, you have to mind how much you've been drinking.
I think
Somebody put fuel leak fix judged by creativity. I still have a fuel cell that's got a pretty solid patch on it, consisting of radiator tape and silicone and some JB Weld stuff.
wet weld.
Wet weld.
Yeah.
Took all 3 to get me down the track.
Who was it they were talking about? I think they were talking about it on Narc's show the other night. They had a head gasket let go, burned through the block and through the head.
Yeah.
So they took the head, got the head fixed, and then the block they just JB welded and stuck it back together.
That was on race week.
That was on race week? Okay.
Yeah. They
That
made
was
it all
wild.
the way. Made it all the way with a
Dude,
JB welded block.
How about a fuel pump swap? A fuel pump replacement in tank.
In
Oh,
tank.
okay.
In tank. In line, that's
know.
for sissies.
I boycott in tank pumps, so
Not me. I like them. That's what I got. I went to it, as a matter of fact. I went from inline to in tank.
Bo's going to show up with a 4-inch hole saw and just cut a hole in the floorboard or whatever he's working on.
Yep. Hey, the wagon's about to. I say about to. One of these days when I can finally drive my car and start working on it again. Hey, I have a fuel gauge now. Fuel level indicator. Because I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but I ran out of gas. And then I blame the Holly for it.
Which happens more times than you think.
This Holly's junk. Why is my fuel pressure dropping when I turn? Or anyway, it's not. You put gas in it, it's awesome. But I have a gauge now I'm going to put in. I got that. I got multiple. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. I got a lot of stuff I want to do to my own car.
What the hell else are we going to talk about? This is what we're here for.
Anyway, whenever I'm all caught up with the monster truck stuff and a few other projects, I told my wife I'm going to take like a week or two and just relax. And because while I love Pickard's Performance Coatings and I love doing most of this stuff, I've been pretty swamped. I need a minute.
We do from time to time.
I say that, and I'm going to say yes to everybody who calls me or texts me in the next 2 weeks.
No, you're not.
Bring your bike.
My car.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going to do that for sure.
So the final event that I had in mind for our Automotive Olympic Challenge is you have you guys can guess on you guys can nail down how many team members there are. So I was guessing like 4 members on a team. Yeah, to start at the starting line at a drag strip, push start the car. Everybody has to be in the car and then get across the finish line.
Okay. Easy enough.
Okay.
Why was there no paint and body in any of these events? There's no fix a dent. I got to have something that I can win at.
Oh, fine.
That's good.
How about a cut and buff?
No, nobody likes doing that. Even people who get paid a lot of money to do that.
What?
they don't
No,
like
dang.
it. What? No, dang. Nobody likes that.
You say that like anybody wants to time a 350.
I do. Especially when mine it's all out of whack.
We could even have a quiz bowl. We could have like an intelligence challenge where it's like name the firing order on a small block Mopar.
No, I'm out.
What's the spark plug gap on a 82 Chevy Citation? It would be balanced across the board.
Nobody knows that stuff.
How do you set points?
I got nothing on that.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, is actually changing spark plugs on a Citation.
Mm-mm.
And if they are, they're not gapping them.
No. They're out the box.
They're pre-gapped. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
John, can you set points?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know anything about points. The most I know about points is that they are a fail point.
That they're what?
They're a fail point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I drove my 63, I kept points in the glove box.
Yeah, not for me.
Always a sign of a good vehicle.
You never know. They're going to burn up eventually.
It's like riding a shovelhead Harley with a 9/16 in your back pocket.
You don't want to be caught with your points down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, man. I really didn't think the Olympics thing was going to go as well as it did. That's wild. I figured you guys were going to
Talk about drag and drive?
No.
No.
No, the one time I brought up Dragon Drive tonight, you guys blew me off, so I'm leaving it out.
Not a lot of some of the Drag and Drive events that go on have a lot of publicity, a lot of following. I haven't seen a whole lot on the King of the Open Road.
They tag me because I follow them. They tag me in their stuff, and they tag everybody.
Right.
Well, like I said, guys, I've been so stinking busy lately that I haven't even watched all my regular YouTube channels. I'm not even caught up on those, and that's weird.
You're behind.
I am, but I'm excited about getting caught up. I'll do that.
So are you done monster truck body painting completely?
I don't know. I have a whole nother shark attack body to do and a spare nose.
When has that got to be done?
Whenever I get done.
Oh, it's not like
there's not a time frame, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
Devin lets me use his shop to do this.
Right.
So I am trying to get out of his way. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get it done and get it moved out of his way. He's way too nice to me when it comes to that stuff. You know what I mean? Like right now, he left last weekend to go to a show, and he's just staying on the road. He won't be back till next weekend. Yeah. So I'm going to try to have the rest of this other body in front nose piece done before he gets back. If I can actually do it, it's a different story, because I don't know if you guys looked at the weather this week. It's going to be a little bit warm. And I have my regular full-time job that I have to go to. So unless I wake up at 3 o'clock and go up there and work for 5 or 6 hours and then go to my regular job, I don't know if I'm going to get it done this week.
Yeah, looking at the weather this week, it's supposed to be hotter than Scarlett Johansson tomorrow, and then we're going to get a heat wave.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for you to be done. Personal reasons.
Well, we'll get yours knocked out because you're close.
Yeah.
I'd still like to get my little sausage fingers on that orange Nova behind John too.
Yeah, we keep talking about that thing getting better before October. But
the thing is, we just got to make it happen.
There's not a lot of weeks.
I know,
but told you, man, if you had room, I'd just drop it off.
I know. I wish I had room.
I'll be in town tomorrow.
That's the other thing.
Say the word, and I'll throw it on the trailer.
If I had somewhere to put it, I'd tell you to bring it on.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. I've also been trying to get a shop built, and man,
yeah,
that's just ridiculous. So, one way or another, in the next couple of months, I'm going to have a space with either I'm going to rent a spot or we'll have this shop get going. Yeah. Once the shop gets going, it's not going to take very long to have it up.
Bo, are you going to have everything done by next weekend?
All the shark bodies?
Yeah.
I was just saying, man, it depends on it's so stinking hot. I don't mind sanding and stuff in the hot. I can't spray at all when it's hot like that. Like it just can't happen.
I heard a rumor that next weekend is J Cruise Night.
What?
I'm gonna double check that right now. But the Smoked Meats and Mini Trucks fellers told me that next week is J Cruise Night, and they're usually there. Let me see what I can come up with here. You guys got to talk so that I can look this up.
That's a pretty solid event. It was last year. I think I took the car last year, right?
You did.
Yeah. Not sure I would, which we got people coming up next weekend, so it'd be a non-starter for me. But also Shanda's birthday weekend, so I doubt she wants to go to Fastest Streetcar Shootout or J Cruise Night for her birthday, but I'll find out.
I'm gonna ask. J Cruise Night was whenever my car ended up breaking down last year.
Yeah.
when he found a bunch of water in the MSD box.
Yeah.
100% my fault.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he's right. But I also can't find anything on it. So
I haven't heard anything about it.
It's probably
Nope.
one of the
Nope.
secret
Nope.
events.
He's right. J. Cruise Night will take place Saturday, August 10th, 2024 in downtown Jay, Oklahoma. Apparently, their Facebook page just isn't quite what it used to be. Because their Facebook page hasn't covered anything on this, but according to all of the websites that I'm seeing, J. Cruise Night 2024 will be August 10th. They are raffling off a Camaro. Anyway, you want to go to J. Cruise Night?
If I go, it'll probably be in the Doge.
Really? Not taking the wagon down there this year?
I haven't drove it enough to be comfortable driving it that far, and I don't know. I need to put more miles on it to, it's got to prove itself all over again.
You want me to come pick you up in the pile?
Maybe.
You can go overheat with me. It'll be fun.
No, I'll drive the AC truck. I actually wouldn't mind going down there and just parking and watching some of the cars because there's a ton of really cool stuff there last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we never even made a lap. We literally just drove, parked, and then drove back out.
Yep.
So
I wouldn't mind doing the same thing this year. Drive in, make the one pass, park, watch everybody kind of drive through, wait for it to get dark, and then head back.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that.
do it.
So J. Cruise Night coming up next weekend, August 10th. All right. Well, we had no pre-show and we somehow killed an hour. Let's get into Marketplace.
Do it.
John, you want to read this or you want me to?
Not another one. One of the most overappreciated cars ever. 1973, the Tomato Pantera. 1973, De Tomaso Pantera, supercharged 351, way too much to list. 150,000 overpriced dollars.
Can I jump in real quick? If you're going to ask $150,000 for a car, put some list in there. There's too much to list. Put some of it in there.
Put details.
Yeah, let's put some
deets. Don't put feelings and history. Put details. You need to put some hard parts that cost a pant load of money.
Yeah. Yes.
You need to put enough hard parts in there to add up to at least one pant load.
Yeah. Agreed.
I kind of disagree with you guys on this point because it's a Pantera. I mean, like the less you say about it, the better.
What you're going to do is hope that somebody sees this that has way too much money and isn't smart.
Oh my God, a Pantera. I'm buying it.
I don't know what it is, but I love it.
It's named after my favorite 90s band. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think this car's parked in the house.
Which is fine. I'd be down with that. I think it's a shouse.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Shouse.
It's got a DeLorean look and feel, ugly wing.
I mean, that's a really cool, nice car.
That's a great angle on that car.
I would never
but
want Pantera.
I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But wait.
I do like the wheels, though. They're pretty cool.
The interior looks like it's probably going to be cramped.
Yeah.
The whole car looks like what every 13-year-old car guy kid would draw. Like, I'm going to draw a really cool console. And it's just that rectangle running up between the two seats.
With a little tiny shifter.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. It's the 2 fingers.
It's just a little one of these.
Yeah. Hey, calm it down.
So my question is this: is that 2 superchargers sitting on the top of that motor?
It appears to
Yeah.
be. Once again.
That looks like a broken transaxle to me.
Double your pleasure, double your fun. Double your superchargers.
Once again, you guys know that I'm not a fan of that.
So, somebody else just got turned on.
Yeah, it's like a really good way to break parts. It's like a really good car to have if you just wanted to have something to do. I want to go. Like, what can you just go buy and fix on that car?
Nothing.
Yeah, everything is an Easter egg hunt.
It's a
or
forward
a fabrication project.
It's a Ford motor. There's some stuff in there you can get.
Yeah.
Bo, you want to read this one?
Nope. 89 GMC 3500 crew cab. 49,775. 89 GMC 3500 1-ton dually. Outlaw conversion package. Like the sound of that. 6.0 4L80 42,000 miles. Original interior in great shape. Dual tanks. Both work great. I'm going to call BS because they never both work. Oh, it works. The switch. You just need to replace the switch.
Switch is bad. Yeah.
Original paint, cold AC, power windows and locks, power brakes, power steering. Switch lowering suspension. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay. Slosh tubs. I know what that means. I know. 22-inch flat face setup wheels. New tires, camper shell. Super clean truck. Runs and drives great. You could use this truck or you could drive this truck across country today. No mechanical issues. All right. Man, I love dualies.
I like
but
how much of this truck is cool. And then they go, all right, let's geeter this thing up.
Yeah.
Leave it at grandpa's house for a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, this thing could be really cool. Let's buy the biggest chrome bumpers we can find for it. Let's get that boomerang antenna on top. Right? That Crocodile Dundee would be proud of.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the camper's not good.
They need to get rid of the camper, the boomerang, the roof rails. Clean some of that stuff off.
The rear bumper is the biggest chrome bumper I've ever seen on the rear of a truck.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Come up behind that car. Come up behind that thing in the middle of the night with these modern day headlights that make Tro cringe so bad. They're going to reflect off that bumper and just blind you.
Yeah. Okay, with all that being said, I would still drive this truck just like it is right now.
Oh, yeah.
I would. 100%. Needs a Whipple.
It kind of does.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that much work and not put a Whipple.
Gotta have a Whipple.
Now, for the cherry on top.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, tube television in the tile carpet console.
Oh my gosh. I can smell that interior.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I believe that both tanks work.
I also believe that both tanks work.
I changed my mind. He's not lying. They both work.
That fancy stitching in the seat. That's what I like. I'm already buying this.
Yeah. I would drive it.
Outlaw.
The outlaw.
The wagon will look really good on a trailer behind this deal.
You're not wrong. Next one I'm reading it. 71 Chevrolet Suburban. $18,000. Motor is a 355 with a steel crank, stock rods, hyper-eutectic pistons. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. 268 XE comp cams, performer intake, 650 carb, GM performance serpentine pulley setup with sand and compressor, bracket conversion from vintage air, blah, 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 700 R4, 2400 converter, 355 gears. It's got a whole bunch of low-ring stuff on it, some cool wheels, 4 Scar 6x9s. You got to throw that in there. Bunch of plaid. All right, next. This is actually a cool truck. I like this truck.
This is a really nice truck, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's got the right scheme with the paint. I don't even mind the flame. The plaid is on point.
Yeah, I like that.
Dig that.
If you find this ad, I'll tell you this. This gentleman did what everyone should do, and he posted up like 4 really good pictures. Thank God, because that's how many pictures I usually use. And then probably 6 more pictures of problem areas on the truck.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Like rusted out areas, stuff like that.
If I bought this truck, I would spend about 2 to 3 months putting a paint job on it.
I don't know that I would even need it. I would.
Now, here's what I would do, though.
Cruise it like it's cool.
Here's what I would do. I would paint it that same green color right back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do the flame on it, but this truck's really cool.
I like
in all honesty, if I got this truck and painted it, it would be hard. It would be a fight between me and my wife to who would drive this, because I think she would like it more than me.
Now, I chose the dually because Bo is a Sir Mix-a-Lot fan and has wanted a fat butt dually for quite some time.
Forever.
I chose the next one just for John.
82 El Camino, $12,000. Chameleon paint, 22-inch wheels. Carter rear end, 700 R4 trans. Presumed 383 stroker. Yeah. Woo! Man.
John's checking his bank account right now.
It's closer to home than you think.
Really?
Yeah.
I really thought there wasn't a bad way to do a big wheel on those, but this guy went and proved me wrong. Like, it sits as high as that Chevy in the background.
Yeah. So I went through the pictures on this ad. This is care of our buddy Steve. He sent this to me because he thought you needed to see it. And I saw the door and I went, man, that line does not line up at all. So there is absolutely no way in hell this thing doesn't have worn out door pins. But I was wrong.
Oh, but why?
I mean, do you want me to tell you why?
And on that note,
I think we've been over this. Look at all the white on the dash.
I would be scared to get that thing dirty. I would never get in there.
I wouldn't be able to see going down the road.
I don't think I'd be able to get in. I need a step stool.
It's hard to get in because it sits up high. And then it's even harder because it's got the Lambo doors.
I would sweat smooth through those seats in a half an hour.
That's why he's got a towel on the seat.
I know.
Not because of how excited he gets driving it.
No wearing jungle fro shorts in that car. You'll stick to that deal.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, big wheels done wrong.
Big wheels gone wrong.
Man. Well, hopefully, guys, we don't miss another show. Hopefully, we have learned from this, and we can move on.
I think next week we just go live. Oh, geez.
I
Yeah,
think-
we have taken your request to see a live show under advisement, and we're processing it through the creativity team, and we're going to see what they come up with.
Yeah.
But if we're going to go live, we're going to post up on Facebook, and we're going to let everybody know. That way, we can actually have some commenters on here, so that we can talk about whatever it is you guys want to talk about. We'll have our basic notebook full of topics that we're never going to stick to, and
No.
we'll see if we can make this work. See how many beers we can make it through on that one. Bo,
Yeah.
you want to pull up that theme music?
Oh man, you got me off guard.
Fire up that beautiful bean footage.
Fire up that beautiful bean footage.
I didn't know I was going to be doing this.
Bo, play my music.
Let's see here.
It's going to be stuff.
Everybody love everybody.
See ya.
I wanted to hear Stone Cold Steve Austin.